If there was a story about an individual who quit a successful management career to pursue his dream sport, then this definitely must be one of them. A successful career spanning 20 years over India, Oman and now Qatar. He moved from the automotive industry to being a successful sports entrepreneur. His immense love and passion for cricket defines him and his academy here in Qatar. My guest for today is the owner of the Bravo Cricket Academy, Wuqair, Christopher Raja. Hi Chris.
Hi Priya.
Welcome to the brand new episode of Walk the Talk Season 1 presented by 1FM 89.6.
Thank you for having me for the show.
It's a pleasure, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, I wanted to know, how did it all happen? How did you start Bravo? How was Bravo born?
Yeah, it's a very big story which started in 2017 June during the Eid when kids were playing during the afternoon, where I had the afternoon break. That's when we really went down with the kids to start playing cricket with them. So till then I was playing my own sport and I never thought of starting an academy. That's when I went down with my kids and played with 5 kids initially to start with, because the bigger boys were not allowing the smaller kids to play. So my son, including his friends who wanted to play, so we just went down to play. Then I started seeing something in these kids and the way they are playing. So then I started coaching them during the break time. So and then initially we had around 5-6 kids who came in to play with us. And then over a period of a week or maybe 10 days, I had around 25 kids coming all over from the Barwa city residents, and then they wanted to come and learn cricket. So that's how we started. And then gradually parents also wanted me to start it in a professional way, where the kids were also doing really well. So initially for 3 months I started giving them all the uniforms and all those things, which I was spending it from my pocket as a passion. I wanted to do it. So that is how we started, and we named our team as Barwa Warriors Qatar. So that's how we started, as Barwa Warriors. And then the logos were designed by the kids, and maybe almost 6 months down the line, the kids were really good, so we wanted to take it to the next level. That's when we were looking for nets, because we were practicing only in the park in the Barwa city. So then we decided we need to give them next level, so we went to the nets near Asian Town. They initially, that's when they started as well. So I approached them to use their facility, and we would hire it from them for during the weekends, like couple of hours we'll hire them. So we started on Thursdays and Thursday evenings and Fridays evenings. So we started developing, and maybe around 6 months down line, we had around 50 to 60 kids coming and training with us. So that's when I thought we need to have more people to coach kids. So I called my brother over to Qatar. He left his job, he came down with me to start. So till then we were just a team of people who were playing cricket and teaching cricket, and we were never like the academy concept of it. So when I thought, again, already we are in the next level, so I want to test these kids' performance or what they have learned. So what I did, since I lived in Oman for 10 years, I had a friend of mine who runs an academy back in Oman. So I called him, his name is Sandesh. I called him, I said, why don't you bring your team over here to Qatar for a friendly series of a 5-match series here. So he accepted the invitation, and then to bring the team here, because these are all minor kids, so we need to have the approval from the board to start. So that's when I thought, okay, we'll approach the cricket board. Till then I never went to the board. So I requested for a letter, because we are inviting them. So that's when I approached the association. Luckily our president was very helpful, and he encourages cricket. So he is the first one. He gave me a letter to bring under 14 team here. So maybe probably that's the first time visiting team under 14 to come over to Qatar. So they came over, we had a 5-match series, and then parents also were that was completely borne by me. The entire trip was done by ourselves. So we didn't have any sponsors or anybody. So that's when Swiss School wanted to support us. So they gave us the sponsorship for the first event, and they gave us the jerseys for that entire series for the boys. So that was our first, in fact, a sponsorship. So we got from I'm very thankful for Mr. John and Mr. Philip, who really supported. We really, what to say, they believed in me and they gave us a sponsorship, and that's how we started our first tour. So then I started interacting with the board, Mr. Mansoor, Mr. Gul and Jamshed. These people also like motivating me. Okay, it's the first time I've done something which is from out of the box. So they also wanted me to do something more. So then I thought, okay, we'll have to have a proper setup to have an academy. So that is when I thought we need to have a sponsor, we need to have the coaches in our visa and all the stuff. Then I started collecting things to start up a company. That's when Bravo was formed. So we approached to the ministry to start the academy. Then we went to try for the name Barwa. Since Barwa is already there, Barwa Bank and all the stuff, they said Barwa is not possible. So Barwa and Bravo was similar. Bravo is mostly like the encouraging stuff and positive stuff. So I thought, okay, let's name it as Bravo, and Barwa is the same. So that's how Bravo came into picture.
Sweet, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Why cricket? What's the drive behind cricket?
Cricket, we are from Asian country, especially India. It is considered to be the one of the religion. And growing up from Chennai, we have seen a lot of cricketing action. If CSK is playing, how we get enthusiastic about the game. So the same way when I was growing up, I was really passionate about the game. And initially, even though I was a football player, so I started with football. I played for school teams. Then I wanted to represent clubs. But unfortunately, during that time, I lost my father. So at the age of around 15, I lost my father. Then I had to take up family responsibilities. So my dream of becoming a player got crushed during that time. And then anyway, by God's grace, everything went well. And when I saw these kids, that's one spark came in my mind. Till then, I was never thinking of starting an academy or anything, because I thought we are in a foreign land.
Right.
It's all uncertain. So that's when a spark came in my mind that if I would have become a player, maybe I would have only one player and maybe. So I thought, okay, let's create a platform for all these players to come up. So that's how we thought, and my brother, the people who are with me, all having the same kind of a thought where we can create a platform for these kids to become a player. So instead of me becoming a player, I'm bringing a lot of players to the cricketing world. So that is how we started, and that is why cricket is the sport which I want to do.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Cricket is anyways, called the god of sports, and people worship cricket back in India as well.
Yes.
Your association, we heard about the new association with Rohit Sharma's Cricket Kingdom.
Yeah.
What is your goal behind Cricket Kingdom and everything?
See, Cricket Kingdom is a thing which happened through a common friend. Cricket Kingdom is managed by Chetan Suryavanshi.
Okay.
He is actually the ex-captain of Singapore, and he's the founder of Cricket Kingdom.
Okay.
So when we were, almost 2 years, we are already into the academy stuff, and when I wanted to, have a proper curriculum and all those things, when we were interacting with other people, that's when I got to know about Cricket Kingdom and what they are doing, and I spoke to them. I spoke to Mr. Parag. Parag is actually the operations head, and in fact, he is a director. So I spoke to him over the phone. Everything happened over the phone, and their way of looking at things and their vision is similar to what I am thinking of, mainly in promoting cricket and the cricketers. So our wavelength matched. So then I thought, okay, let's go ahead and have a tie-up with Rohit Sharma's academy.
Nice.
So that is how we came in, and see, even now we are supposed to start before Corona. Since Corona came up, because we planned a tour during Vizag, during the February to Vizag.
Yeah.
It's one of their academy. They wanted to host us from here. We were planning to go with 2 teams, under 12 and under 14, but because of Corona, it didn't happen. So during that period, we were thinking of having a press release and all those stuff. But anyways, still, even then, they were very encouraging, very motivating that you just go ahead, no problem. We'll do all the stuff later on. Just start the academy with Rohit Sharma. So we started promoting, we started doing leagues. We had a box cricket league with their name on it. So that is how we started with Rohit Sharma.
That's nice.
And I wanted to congratulate Rohit Sharma in this point in time that he was nominated for Khel Ratna.
Wow.
So I want to thank Rohit Sharma's for opportunity to be with us, and I want to congratulate him for his Khel Ratna award.
This scenario, so do you see the scenario a boon or a bane, and what would be your message to those who are seeking a similar path?
Seeing the current situation, if you see, it's kind of a bane if you ask me. The current scenario with the pandemic going on and people struggling to meet their ends, even like academies like us, we are also trying to survive right now, because we are mostly into service industry where people are coming into our facility to use our facility. This is where our business comes from. And since I left my full-time management career to be in this, yes, it is a kind of a struggle for us at this phase of time. But yeah, seeing the odds, but still being positive that things would change. And I would request if government can support these kind of academies like us who are privately run. Maybe that would be a boon for us instead of seeing it as a bane. So that is what I feel, and we always keeping ourselves positive, and promoting cricket is our aim. So we just want to go ahead and do the same. So we see that even though odd circumstances, this is kind of a boon if somebody supports academies like these.
Right. So let me start with a rapid fire.
Yeah.
The first question is, what is that one word that describes you best?
Positive.
One habit for being a successful leader?
Good listener.
What mindset keeps you moving forward?
Never give up.
Your comfort food?
Curd rice and chips.
Perfect. Favorite destination?
I would say my land, India.
So India.
Yeah.
Okay. Batting or bowling?
I love wicket keeping, then the batting.
So
it will be batting, yes.
Okay,
batting.
perfect.
Yeah.
What else do you enjoy apart from being an entrepreneur?
Coach.
Being a coach?
Because being a coach, yes.
Okay.
My mother's a teacher, so I followed her footsteps
Wow.
to coach cricket.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Your greatest fear?
Darkness.
You're scared of darkness?
Yeah, kind of, yes.
Okay. What is the one thing that you would change or done differently
I should have started this earlier.
earlier? That's I think that's best.
Yeah.
And who's a sportsman that you idolize?
Mr. Rahul Dravid.
We have a small gift which is sponsored by Lone Star and Simit Sarai.
Thank you so much.
So Chris, a few more questions which I want to ask is, what is the vision behind Bravo Cricket Academy and Cricket Kingdom by Rohit Sharma in Qatar?
See, our vision and mission is to promote cricket and cricketers. That's the idea, all idea about doing this academy stuff. So when I approached Cricket Kingdom, even they had the same vision of promoting cricket and cricketers. If you see in from last week we started webinars with the cricketers who are not seen the limelight. So basically we want to promote those kind of players who needs a limelight to get into get a platform to come into the next level. And our idea of being here in Qatar is basically to support these cricketers, bring in new staffs in cricket with the support of our association as well, where they are also very supportive in bringing new changes, new people into the system. So our vision would be promoting cricket and the cricketers in Qatar.
What's the message that you would want to give the ambitious youth who would probably want to take a similar path like yours?
See, it's not that they need to follow the same stuff what we have done, but whoever is thinking of doing something which they really love to do or they're really passionate about, they should start doing that. Since I was really passionate about being a cricketer or starting a cricket academy to support cricketers. Same way, there will be a lot of things what people would love to do. I always say do it with your heart, and whatever you're doing, put your heart and soul into it. See, once you do that, automatically from heaven you will get all the support, everything, all the doors would open up. Yeah. And at this point in time, I have to thank a lot of people who really stood by me during all phases. Like, this is not done by one person's effort or anything.
Thank you so much, Chris, for having us, sparing time for us, and wish you all the best for Bravo Cricket Academy and your new association with Cricket Kingdom by Rohit Sharma. All the best to you.
Thank you, Priya.
You have
Thanks for having me. Big thanks to 1FM as well for giving an opportunity for small timers like us to come into limelight. This is what we are trying to promote cricketers. So a big thanks to 1FM for having me for this show.
And for all you Dhadkans, stay tuned for a brand new episode for Walk the Talk. Keep listening to 89.6 1FM, Qatar Ki Dhadkan.
During this challenging time, keep yourself safe, be motivated, be positive, and keep listening to 1FM 89.6 Qatar Ki Dhadkan.